Hey everyone, Ben here from MBRP. I'm here at Northern Performance in Burlington, Ontario, Canada. If you're looking for any sort of performance parts or weather tech, definitely check out these guys. We're here today to work on a 2024 Nissan Frontier. It's got a whole suite of product that's going on it, but I'm here to talk about the MBRP catback that we have in front of us. So essentially, we have a few different versions of this exhaust. What we'll be doing on this one is our full 304 stainless, which is our Armor Pro. Any of our stainless systems have a full lifetime warranty. We have three different versions of this exact exhaust. So we have a stainless steel, we have an aluminized steel, and then we have what we call our Armor Black, which is aluminized, but it has a black powder coating on it for your black tip and whatnot, if you want something a little bit more stealthy. This has a lower rear exit, but then we actually have another version of this exhaust, which essentially is a little dump. So if you're off-roading looking for that extra clearance, we have a stainless steel as well as an aluminized version of that. So if you're looking for options, you can't find something you don't like, it's not us, it's you. But yeah, what we have in front of us here, it's made in Canada. We're up in Huntsville, Ontario. So Canada made, and that's obviously pretty important nowadays. We've got all 304 stainless steel. So this is the highest grade of stainless steel. In some systems, not for this in particular, but we also offer 409 stainless, which is a little bit higher carbon grade. It can surface rust, but it won't perforate. That has a lifetime warranty as well. But 304 will not perforate. This is the most durable, and especially for Canada, this is just what I recommend. When you're looking at our system, everything is mandrel bent, so you don't have those kinks like when you go to Midas and whatnot. So it's very, very well made. But essentially, our mufflers, they're all made in-house. They're laser MIG welded. And then on some of our systems, you'll actually see we have laser TIG or even laser welding in general on our CA Corvette systems. A little bit about MBRP. Like I mentioned, we're Canadian made up in Huntsville. We opened up in 1996, starting out actually with exhaust for snowmobiles. But then we eventually got into the automotive side of things. The nice thing with MBRP is basically from the early 2000s on, if you have a vehicle, we more than likely have an exhaust for it. If you have a minivan or stuff like that, we won't have an application, but we have your mufflers, tips, and then we have raw material as well if you want to make your own system. So we've got pretty much everything you'll ever need to make a system for your car and keep it Canadian made, which is obviously important. So in this system, looking at some of the details, you will see it bolts straight up to factory. So there's no cutting, no modification, anything like that. So the nice thing is, say if you sell your vehicle or even you want to change it up, then it is completely revertible to stock, which is pretty important. You're going to see that we have slip joints. So that gives you a little bit of extra, adjustment when you're putting it on, just to make sure everything lines up. We use the factory hangers or hanger locations. Our mufflers, made in-house, like I mentioned, is a straight-through design, but it has a perforated inner tube with batting on the outside, so that doesn't affect the flow at all when you're full throttle. But at slower exhaust velocity speeds, it is going to divert into the actual packing and keep it nice and quiet. So loud when you want, but quiet when you don't want it, which is quite nice. And everything is all welded in-house. Everything is super high quality, so you shouldn't really have any issues. But like I mentioned with the lifetime warranty, say you have it 10, 15 years down the road, you have an issue, no problem, we'll cover it. Then we get to our tips. So we have this slash cut, but with beveled internal. This is a polished tip. We have quite a few different tips in our arsenal. So if you want to buy the exhaust, you want to upgrade the tip down the road, we've got black, we've got burnt titanium, we have carbon fiber, pretty much you name it. This is the exhaust. We'll get the vehicle up in the air. We'll give you an idea of what the stock exhaust looks like and sounds like. And then, yeah, we'll get to work and get this thing on. All right, now we're underneath this thing. Again, it's a 2024 Nissan Frontier. This has 3.8 liter, 310 horsepower V6. So our system here is going to give it a little bit more sound, and obviously should act a little bit more like a 310 horsepower vehicle. But just looking underneath here, like I mentioned, we're in Canada. Specifically, we're in Ontario. They call it Ontarable for a reason, because if you take a look at this stock exhaust, this is what it does to our Canadian cars. There's rust everywhere, and it's just yeah, unfortunately in a sad state. This vehicle only has about 2,900 kilometers on it. But yeah, if you take a look, you've got all your hangers, you've got your factory tip, you've got a little resonator here, you've got your large central muffler, and then essentially comes down, has a few hangers, which we do reuse, and then it attaches to your factory cats. With any MBRP system, we don't touch your emission systems, so they are going to be street legal. As far as sound levels concerned, this one is going to be a street level. We have 3 different levels. Most of them are going to be the street or the race. Race is pretty self-explanatory, and street, like we talked about with the muffler, is going to be loud when you want it, but then quiet when you don't. So let's get this on and then do some after sounds and see how it looks. All right, so we're all done. It was quite a quick install, which was nice. I did say before I should have bite my tongue about not having to cut it off, but as you could see how rusty it was, not much choice. So in a perfect world, if you're in the US, you definitely don't need to cut the system off. But yeah, so as you can see, looks a lot better. You've got this beautiful MBRP tip, stainless steel, polished tip. The nice thing about maintenance on this is you can keep it up. It's not chrome, so it's not going to flake. It's not going to degrade over time. All you need is a little bit of metal polish every couple of thousand kilometers or every other wash. Give it a quick little polish up and look like new. But as you can see, if you want to follow me underneath the truck, you've got all stainless steel piping, larger diameter than factory, so flow is going to be better. Then you've got your nice big MBRP muffler here, but it is quite a bit smaller than your factory size muffler. And then you did lose the little resonator that was up there. And then you've got your larger diameter piping that goes up to your factory cats. Like I mentioned, you do keep the factory emission system, so that's pretty important, keeping your vehicle emissions compliant, and obviously keeping the police happy. But the larger diameter piping, the little bit freer flowing mufflers definitely give it some sound. So let's get the thing on the ground and let's hear what this sounds like. All right, we're all wrapped up here at Northern Performance with this MBRP exhaust, all buttoned up on this 2024 Nissan Frontier. If you ask me, it sounds a lot better. Comment down below what you guys think. But if you're looking for performance parts and you're near the Burlington, Ontario area, definitely check out Northern Performance or go to their website, which is northernperformance.ca. Thanks, guys.